Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to the series of lessons in extended essay. Again, we are here, but this time in part 7, argumentation. Argumentation indicates your expertise in reasoning and it's one of the most important parts in your essay. So let's have a review over the general structure of extended essay to see what argumentation is. The story starts from a title, then it's continued with a research question. You remember that research question is mostly in the form of a cause and effect question, like how A can affect B. Then you will answer your research question in brief, which is named thesis statement. In a few sentences, you will answer your research question and then you will tell the reader what you are going to prove. The next step will be your data, your raw data. Raw data could be supplied from your own experiment, your own experience, which is named primary, or you can make them using others' data, the other database, and so it's secondary. Anyway, after you prepare your raw data, you are supposed to introduce your methodology, how you are going to process and analyze your data. After that, you will make the data processing and data analysis. Here, I put them in a box and let's call them evidences. On the other hand, you have something more, theories, facts, laws, other ideas and principles. And let's put them in another box, and then these two boxes are ready to help you to make a set of paragraphs to support your thesis statement. This is exactly what we name argumentation. So, claims to support your thesis statement based on theories, facts, laws, other ideas, principles, and your evidences is named argumentation. Let me ask a question as a reminder. What is important in argumentation? Number 1, what do you think about your research question? Number 2, what do you think about your research question as you engage in other ideas? Yeah, your answer is true. The second option is true because always you should avoid your personal ideas here. You are doing a research and the reader must see how you engage in other ideas when you support your thesis statement to answer your research question. Meanwhile, something which can help you a lot will be citation. Generally, the argumentation may include different sections like section A, section B, section C. Depending on the nature of your thesis statement, I will explain it more in this video. And moreover, the number of paragraphs in each section is up to you. Sometimes you may prefer just a single paragraph to finish a section. Sometimes you may need more than one. You can decide. Don't forget that for a sensible order, it's always recommended that you put the sections from the most important claim to the least important one to give more academic value to your essay. And don't forget that citation is always appreciated to show that you are engaging in other ideas when you support your thesis statement. And again, I emphasize on supporting the thesis statement. Now, let's consider a special case to have a practice. Suppose that this is our research question. How fast the fake news are propagated in urban society on social media? First, I have an objection to the structure. It was supposed to be in form of how A can affect B. What do you see here? It's measurements of the speed of propagation of fake news. It's not affecting something. Moreover, I see social media here. It must be concentrated on one of them. You cannot do it in one single extended essay. So it must be focused on just YouTube, maybe Facebook, maybe Instagram, something like that. So let's amend it. It's not accepted. The amendment may be like that. How misinformation of news can affect its speed of propagation in urban society on Instagram. Yeah, it's good, I think. Misinformation of news could be A, the cause, and then the effect will be speed of propagation. It's B here, okay? And you see it's focused on Instagram. Okay, let's consider the next part, which is thesis statement. The prevalence of fake news on Instagram has a significant impact on the speed at which it spreads in urban society. Individuals are more likely to share sensationalized or misleading information that aligns with their beliefs and biases. Perpetuating a cycle of misinformation can contribute to the erosion of trust in traditional news sources. As you see, this thesis statement has three distinguished sections in it. Section A is here. Prevalence of fake news will have impact on the speed. Section B may talk about the sensationalized or misleading information that are more likely to be shared by individuals. And the last, section C, may talk about the effect of that on making a cycle of misinformation and erosion of trust in traditional news sources. Okay, the number of paragraphs in each section is up to you according to the data you have already prepared. Let's continue with considering the method of analysis and method of maybe data preparation. Here you are supposed to focus on Instagram, and then you may consider a correct news and a fake version of that. You may do it in your personal page or may use another page. Anyway, you may consider the number of likes, the number of comments, the number of shares, or the number of subscriptions. Anyway, as you wish, you are the boss of your essay. And after that, you may prepare some tables, and then you may have something like that: the number of people who have shared it, who have commented, who have liked it anyway, versus time, as you are considering the speed. And then you most probably have some graphs like this, some curves. This may be about the correct one, and this may be about the fake one. Anyway, so your raw data, your process data, and analyze one are now ready. Let's look at a paragraph of argumentation for this thesis statement. The speed at which fake news can propagate on Instagram in urban society is significantly larger than correct versions. According to a study conducted by the Pew Research Center, 67% of Americans get their news from social media platforms like Instagram, with younger generations being even more likely to rely on social media for news. Citation here. However, social media algorithms prioritize content that generates high levels of engagement, such as likes, shares, and comments, which can lead to the spread of false or misleading information. Again, citation. In argumentation, then you finish consideration of your thesis statement and give a complete support for that. After the last section, I recommend giving counter arguments. Provide some arguments or the opinions about the people who are against you and give citation. It gives more value to your essay. Okay. Potentially dangerous words and expressions in argumentation. Do not use these words or expressions. In my opinion, I think it seems, probably, perhaps, or maybe. Some of them show your personal idea, and some of them your maybe ambiguous point of view. You are as if you are doubtful about your essay. It's not good. Don't use them, please. But you may ask me, okay, what should we do in probability cases? You say do not use probably. What should I do if I have some probability cases in my argumentation or in my data? Okay, do it like that. Express probability in strong words and quantitative way. For instance, suppose that somebody writes probably in some cases 200 cc Red Bull energy drink will cause doubling the heartbeat. It is not good because you say probably, as if you are not sure that it may do something like that. Write it like this. According to the table 2.3, for instance, the probability of doubling, do not write probably, the probability of doubling the heartbeat due to consuming 200 cc Red Bull energy drink is 34%. You see, it's a strong word. You give quantitative data. It's totally different and appreciated. Or, for instance, you may write, I think majority of newly grown population in Berlin depend on mortgage. When you write I think, means that you are not that sure and maybe, of course, it's your personal opinion. It's not good. Write something like this. According to the graph 3.2, for instance, and the table 5.1, population in Berlin had a growth of 67% due to mortgage between 2000 and 2010. It's much better, you see? You are using strong words and giving quantitative data. I should express my great thanks to you because of watching this video. Thank you for being with me. The coming video will be about how to develop a paragraph. See you very soon.